Welcome to Memorial Field in Norfolk for Class A football action between number 10 Norfolk and Columbus High. Thank you so much for joining us on News Channel Nebraska Channel 35, brought to you by ColumbusNewsTeam.com, as we broadcast Columbus High coming to town to take on the Norfolk Panthers, 1-0 and currently ranked number 10 in Class A. I'm Brandon Axman. Alongside me is Grant Otten. Kate Bowling will be patrolling the sidelines all throughout the night. And Grant Otten, a Columbus High is your alma mater. This is one of your teams themselves. Both these teams in a little bit different positions. Columbus 0-1, looking for that first win. Discovers trying to knock off a rival here with Norfolk. They're 1-0, number 10 in Class A. How do both these teams approach this game, coming into their second week of the season?
Well, Norfolk in their first week obviously showed that they're a very good team. As long as they do what they do best, then they can be successful. Columbus High, on the other hand, played very young last week. They made a lot of mental mistakes, and they just need to tighten down. They had a lot of penalties, and if they can tighten down on that and play really good football, then they have a chance today.
Going to talk about key players to watch for, starting with Norfolk. I'm going with Lane McCallum, number 15. He is a junior. And Grant, he's an absolute animal. 162 yards and 4 touchdowns, decimated South Sioux City in Week 1. He is the animal that Columbus High, they're going to have to cage him tonight. You like that pun on words there if they want to come out here with a win?
I like that pun a lot, and like you said, he's an athlete, and they're really going to have to key in on him to be successful tonight. And
sticking with the animal references, my key player for Columbus, Colton Wolf, the running back, also a junior. He had a rough start to the season. He had 39 yards, averaging 3.4 yards per carry. Coach Williams and company are expecting a lot more from the junior, and he's going to have to be on his A game, rush towards that 60, 70-yard mark if Columbus wants to have a chance here.
Yeah, Wolf wasn't their leading rusher last week. It was actually their quarterback of Braybeck, but for them to be successful tonight, Wolf's going to have to be a bigger player in this week's game.
Well, that wraps up the pregame. Now we're going to check in with Coach Craig Williams for Columbus SCOTUS, who has his thoughts, or Columbus High, who has thoughts on the game, with our sideline reporter, Kate Bowling.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the marketing director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
Second one, rival team. How are we prepared mentally and physically for this one?
Well, we've really had to lock things in. We made too many mental mistakes last week out at North Platte, and we've really concentrated on cleaning that mental aspect of the game up. The kids are in the right frame of mind tonight. They understand it's a big game, not only for them, but for our school, and for the Marine Cup points that we're battling for with all the other teams, and they're ready to go tonight.
What are we most looking to get out of tonight's competition?
Well, we need to grow, and we need to mature. We're a young football team that every week has to take big steps to be competitive, and that's what we're looking for. We want to see them learn from their mistakes last week, not make the same ones, and if we are going to make a mistake, let's make it physical, and let's make it going 100 miles an hour.
Great. Thanks, Coach. Good luck.
All right.
Thanks so much. Back to you guys.
At Columbus Motor Company, they feel shopping for a new vehicle should not be complicated. That's why during the Chrysler Summer Clearance Event, they offer everyone their very best price 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. At Columbus Motor Company, it's just one low price, plain and simple, always. So if you're ready for a new vehicle, stop by Columbus Motor Company, your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer at 2806 23rd Street in Columbus, or visit them at onelowpricene.com. Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the marketing director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
George Rathman and Glenn Simonson, American Legion Post 16, Alvin Meyer and Dave Pint.
Relationships are the most important thing to us, and because we're smaller, we're flexible enough, and we can make those quick decisions to meet your needs.
Bank of the Valley in Bellwood, David City, Platte Center, and their brand new location in Columbus.
The day-to-day activities became more difficult, more annoying. After coming to Columbus Physical Therapy, I could tell when I left every day that I felt just a little bit better. I felt more limber, just able to move easier and without pain. By the time I completed my treatment, I felt wonderful. When I came to Columbus Physical Therapy, it just came to me right away that these people are sincere. They want to help you get better.
Would you like to watch this game from above the crowd? When it comes to finding a new home, the team at Total Realty have a game plan that'll put you above the crowd. Whether you're buying or selling, they will answer your questions and provide an expert offense to put you in the lead during the whole process. The Total Realty team members are real people living in your same community. They have the same concerns as you do, and one might just live in your own neighborhood. The RE/MAX team members are the hometown experts with the world of experience. They don't just want to sell you homes, they want to make you happy. At Total Realty today, log on to ColumbusTotalRealty.com or see their full list of homes from the Columbus app, available on iPhone and Android devices.
Well, I'm a diabetic, and my legs started to go weak on me. I was diagnosed with diabetic neuropathy. When I came in here, I was in a wheelchair. I couldn't get myself out of the wheelchair, and after about 8 months of coming to Columbus Physical Therapy, I was walking again, going out and doing stuff I wasn't able to do before, stuff that I've missed, sports, mowing the lawn. The atmosphere here is great, staff is great. I highly recommend Columbus Physical Therapy.
Welcome to Ernst, one of the largest dealers in northeast Nebraska. With 8 acres of new and pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs. At the new Ernst, we're doing things differently. Tired of haggling? Tired of back and forth? Let us show you how easy it can be, and we never charge stock fees. Finding the vehicle you want at the best possible price is our priority. We know you can shop anytime or buy anywhere. Shop Ernst, East Highway 30 in Columbus.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the Marketing Director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
We're obviously a locally owned bank, but we're also a bank that's very involved.
The most important thing is when you walk in the front door, everybody knows your first name. We are small-town banking with all the modern conveniences.
Bank of the Valley in Bellwood, David City, Platte Center, and their brand new location in Columbus.
Welcome to Columbus Tire and Service in historic downtown Columbus. We as a team never promise more than we can deliver, and we always give the customer more than they expect. We're authorized dealers for Goodyear, Hankook, and Falcon, but we can get you any vehicle tire you want. We offer full automotive repair by 4 qualified, experienced technicians. We are a qualified farm tire dealer, and we offer 24-hour on-the-farm tire service. Request service, shop for tires, or request a quote at columbustireandservice.com, or give us a call to set an appointment, 402-564-6229.
Wake up in your first home. Wake up in a home you've made a bit bigger. Wake up in a home with a new address. Wake up in a home that doesn't even have an address. As your life evolves, your dream home evolves too, and protecting it takes committed support. At American Family Insurance, we support your dreams.
In Columbus, see American Family Agent Roger Iwanski.
At Columbus Motor Company, they feel shopping for a new vehicle should not be complicated. That's why during the Chrysler Summer Clearance Event, they offer everyone their very best price 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. At Columbus Motor Company, it's just one low price, plain and simple, always. So if you're ready for a new vehicle, stop by Columbus Motor Company, your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer at 2806 23rd Street in Columbus, or visit them at onelowpricene.com. Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always.
Would you like to watch this game from above the crowd? When it comes to finding you a new home, the team at Total Realty have a game plan that'll put you above the crowd. Whether you're buying or selling, they will answer your questions and provide an expert offense to put you in the lead during the whole process. The Total Realty team members are real people living in your same community. They have the same concerns as you do, and one might just live in your own neighborhood. Your RE/MAX team members are the hometown experts with a world of experience. They don't just want to sell you homes, they want to make you happy. At Total Realty today, log on to ColumbusTotalRealty.com or see their full list of homes from the Columbus app, available on iPhone and Android devices.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the Marketing Director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
We really focus on the people that we serve. Relationships are the most important thing to us, and because we're smaller, we're flexible enough and we can make those quick decisions to meet your needs.
Bank of the Valley in Bellwood, David City, Platte Center, and their brand new location in Columbus.
At Columbus Motor Company, they feel shopping for a new vehicle should not be complicated. That's why during the Chrysler Summer Clearance Event, they offer everyone their very best price 24 hours a day, 365 days a year. At Columbus Motor Company, it's just one low price, plain and simple, always. So if you're ready for a new vehicle, stop by Columbus Motor Company, your Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram dealer at 2806 23rd Street in Columbus, or visit them at onelowpricene.com. Columbus Motor Company, where you'll find one low price, plain and simple, always.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the Marketing Director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
We're obviously a locally owned bank, but we're also a bank that's very involved.
The most important thing is when you walk in the front door, everybody knows your first name. We are small town banking with all the modern conveniences.
Bank of the Valley in Bellwood, David City, Platte Center, and their brand new location in Columbus.
Literally, I fell down a flight of stairs and I injured my knee. We went to an amusement park with the grandkids and I had to get one of the little mobile scooters because I couldn't handle the pain. It was excruciating. After therapy, probably after about 8 weeks after my surgery, they had me walking 4 miles a day already. Recently, we just got back from taking our 5 grandchildren to Adventureland, and I was able to go on every ride, all of the roller coasters. I would recommend Columbus Physical Therapy. It is a warm place, and they treat you like family.
And welcome to Norfolk's Memorial Field. We are just minutes, probably Grant, seconds away from kickoff. The Discoverers kicking off to Norfolk. Class A's number 10 team currently after a Week 1 win over South Sioux City. Meanwhile, the Discoverers looking for their first win of the season, coming off of a loss when they traveled to North Platte last Friday.
Yeah, Norfolk came out this first week, and we expected them to be good, but they really just kicked South Sioux City in the mouth and did a great job. Now, Columbus, on the other hand, we knew they were going to be young this year, and they showed that a lot this first week. They made a lot of penalties and mistakes, and they're hoping they can turn that around this game.
Well, we will no longer have to guess because we're going to see what unfolds in front of us. There's the kickoff fielded at the 25 and some room to run. Now near the 40-yard line. A good start for Norfolk as they get out near midway off of the kickoff. That was a return by none other than Tanner Lober.
Yeah, great job by Lober to get the ball. He's not in the return position. He's in one of those blocking positions, but a great job of him getting the ball and powering forward for a couple yards.
So gotta love it if you're head coach Olson. You start your drive from officially the 47-yard line, nearly in Columbus Discoverers territory already. 11:54, 6 seconds off the clock. And we're going to see what the Panthers can do with their first drive of the evening. A team that likes to run the pistol spread as well as some zone read. You see they have 2 wide receivers on either side, 1 lone running back, and Fieldworth keeps it and pitches it on the option to none other than Lane McCallum for a short gain.
Great job there by Colton Wolf coming downhill, attacking that running back. They were at Norfolk coming in with the option to start off the game, but Colton Wolf, great job keeping his eye on the ball and making contact and getting that tackle there in the backfield.
And the Discoverers are going to be keying on McCallum all night, and that's what they're going to have to do. We talked about it in pregame. 162 yards and 4 touchdowns in the Week 1 opener. They're going to be giving it to McCallum a lot. There he is again on the little dump to the outside. Pursuit and try to the Discoverer defense, again another short gain.
I tell you what, this defense is, we're only 2 plays in, but they're doing a great job of getting toward the ball. We saw, 7 to almost the whole team coming over and making contact on Lane McCallum as he came off that screen. And you said it, they're going to be trying to get it to him the entire game because number 15 out there on the Norfolk side of the ball, McCallum, is just a crazy good athlete. And as you can see, they're really going to rely on him.
Just over a minute gone in this first quarter, 3rd and 9. A big chance for the Discoverers to go for a 3-and-out. Norfolk rolling out to the left with Fieldworth. He's going to keep it himself. Scampers, I don't think he's going to quite get there. Pushed out of bounds just past the 45-yard line. We'll see where they spot the ball.
It looks like he is going to be maybe inches short of that ball right there. And that's about 2 yards. The official on our side of the field was spotting it about at the 46.
Now 4th and 2. Looks like they're going for it. Discoverer's going to have to be careful, potentially with the hard count. No, they go straight to McCallum. He gets to the outside, and that's going to be close as well. He was hit initially after about a 1-yard gain. It's just going to depend how far forward he fell.
Great job of the Discoverers getting there and having multiple defenders make contact, but it looks like a first down for Norfolk, and a great job by Lane McCallum knowing where that first down marker is and getting that extra yard.
Ball officially is going to be placed at the 43-yard line. Coach Williams and company would have been ecstatic with a 3-and-out to start things against the Panthers and took 4 downs to get the 10 yards. Now Fieldworth jogs back to pass. There's McCallum again, open in the flat with some room to run. There you see his athleticism, tackled down near the 33-yard line.
And something Norfolk does that Williams talked about when he went out to practice this week is Norfolk likes to run, or they like to move the ball fast. They like to run plays fast. They don't really take a lot of time in between plays. And when you're a defense, that's very tiring and can make the game seem very long.
So a 9-yard gain on that occasion. Fieldworth this time hands it off to McCallum. Penetration by the defensive line of Columbus, and that is a big tackle by the Discoverers.
Great job by number 51 and 50, James Thone. That's on the Norfolk roster. Cyrus Marshall and Chase Hammonds, as well as Zach Hyde getting in there on the tackle.
Officially a 2-yard loss, brings up 2nd and 4. Quick pass by Fuelberth, and circus catch, and not quite. Good defense there by the Discoverers and Trevor Sane. It looked like he almost could have broke on it and opted for the safe play, but ultimately it was a PB.
Brady Dugan, he appeared to be beat there at a second, but he did a great job of getting his hands in there and staying active with his hands while he was making the tackle and evidently being able to break up the ball.
And the 2nd, 4th down coming up now. Panthers look like they're going to go for it again. This one a little bit longer. 4th and 4. Man goes in motion from right to left. As they bring the tight end in, man in motion is Wilkin. Again, go with an option read. Fuelberg trying to get to the outside, and a player got hooked, and that's going to be enough for the first down. I was watching a block on that right end, number 87. Looked like it might have been a hold, but no longer on the field.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It was Logan Strom there, number 87. Looked like he might have been holding there, but it looks like he got his arm off just in time, and they didn't get the call. And coming to the outside, that's a great pass to number 12, Aaron Wilkin. Able to spin around and get a couple yards. Looks like they're going to be just short of another first down, so it'll be about 2nd and a yard.
So 9 minutes, nearly 9-12 officials left in this first quarter. Brings up 2nd and 2 now for the Panthers. There's the handoff fake, and then a pass play. A little trickery by the Panthers. Open field to run, tackled at the 10-yard line after the catch. And run is none other than Logan Strom, the big 6'8" tight end.
Great overall team effort there, and Colin Schwartz, tight end, wide receiver, for Norfolk out there on the block. And not a ton of contact, but he got the job done. He made the receiver or the defensive back make a decision, and it ended in a first down.
1st and goal to go from the 9-yard line. There's the pitch to McCallum along the outside. A short gain on the play. Clock continues to run. It's going to bring up about 2nd.
On the tackle.
Norfolk, very steady job with the ball downfield here. Columbus hoping to hold off to at least a field goal, sitting on the 4-yard line, it appears.
There's the snap, drop back pass, going to the corner for his receiver. Perfect execution, getting both feet down is Aaron Wilkin, even though he only needed one.
Aaron Wilkin, great job there. Getting up, grabbing that ball out of the air, and putting 6 points on the board for the Panthers.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
And they're going to call that one back. They're going to get another shot here. What we thought Aaron Wilkin had scored a nice 6 points. They're going to go 3rd and goal here.
3rd and 4. We spoke too soon.
I was so excited by such a great play.
We'll see if they have another one in the canister. McCallum with it. He weaves in and out. Extends his hand. We'll see. And touchdown by the line judge. So they get it this time. Lane McCallum, touchdown number 5 on the season. And a great opening drive for the Panthers.
Inevitably incomplete pass on the last one to Lane McCallum, doing a great job of stretching out and getting those extra yards to find the end zone. Put 6 points on the board, and the Panthers will go for 7 here. With number 15, Lane McCallum, he does it all. Like we told you, he is just in every facet of the game he's very good at, and kicking is one of those facets.
One of the purebred athletes also plays defense. We're going to see him shortly at linebacker. The extra point attempt is up and good. 8:16 to go, and the Panthers strike first. 7-0. Now the Discoverers have a chance to answer.
Columbus will come out here and return. Hopefully keep the amount of penalties very low. 0 would be ideal for the Discoverers coming out in this game. This Norfolk defense very good. Likes to blitz a lot. So we'll see what this young offensive line and this young backfield is going to do with the Columbus Discoverers here on this first drive.
It was a 4-yard touchdown run by
Talking about the keys to the game for both of these coaches. Coach Williams came in saying no mental mistakes, something if you're a young team obviously you can't do, and when you're playing a good team like Norfolk, you have to limit those to give yourself the best chance to win. The second thing Coach Williams says needs to be done by Columbus is to control the ball. And they're going to have their first chance here. The most important thing is, even if you don't score, you don't want to go 3 and out here on your opening drive. You want to keep your offense out on the field, play the field position game if you have to, and then just see what happens.
Yeah, Landon Brabeck, someone who came out of the game, I believe, with 94 yards on this last game. Go check it. You have 16 carries for 94 yards.
And the Wolf
is going to be instead of this running offense, and I think for them to be successful today, that is going to have to be the case. If Braybeck goes for 94 yards again, then more power to Columbus. Discover is better for them, but they really are going to need Wolf to have a breakout game.
We'll see shortly Saney back to receive, as well as Caleb Esch for the Discoverers. Deep kick going into the end zone, and that is going to be a touchback. Discoverers will start from their own 20. Columbus an offense that they run multiple sets, like to run the spread, and have 3 returning starters on offense, so not nearly in the same boat as the Panthers. Going to see what they can do. We already mentioned Brombeck and Wolf, sort of the cornerstones for this Discoverer team. They also like to have 3 and 4 wide sets.
Yeah, minus the penalties they had the last game, I think this offensive line for Columbus does have a lot of promise, and if they can pull it together, they will have a pretty strong offense.
2 wide to the right for Columbus. There's Wolf in motion next to Brombeck. Brombeck's going to keep it himself and nearly drops the ball. We're going to have to see there is a scrum for it. And there's going to be a battle on the play. And the Panthers recover exactly what you do not want to do if you're the Discoverers, and exactly what you ordered if you're Coach Tom Olson and the Panthers. A fresh set of downs with 20 yards to go, 8:09 remaining in the first.
Yeah, we were talking about it pre-game. We were talking about it here before this first snap. Mistakes. They needed to avoid those, and unfortunately, and hopefully for the Discoverers, they knocked their only mistake out right here at the beginning.
First and 10 Norfolk from the 20.
So now your Coach William, you call on your defense to make some sort of response. They're in a hole. And first and 10 now from the 20. McCallum, the lone back. Fieldberg pitches it to him, and that is not McCallum, running around the outside and getting across the 10-yard line. None other than Hunter Godfrey, who had 37 yards and a touchdown of his own in week 1.
And Norfolk in position to score here again. They are a very good offense, and if you have great field advantage like that, they are going to take whatever it looks like.
Brings up a first and 9 now, and goal to go. There's the pitch to Godfrey again around the left side, cuts it back to the right, looking for that seam, and brought down near the 5.
Really nice cut there by Godfrey to get back across with all those defenders moving to the outside there. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to stay on his feet and get into the end zone, but really good job cutting back across that defense.
3-yard gain. Second goal from the 6.
So now 2nd and 6 upcoming for Norfolk. Godfrey still the lone back. Fieldberg drops back and looks for the throw. Laundry on the field. Fieldberg rolls out to the left side and is going to get tackled near the 3. Believe this one will be coming back though.
That looked like Cameron Minke coming in there and stopping number 13, Gunnar Fieldberg, before he was able to get a touchdown. That will be a penalty against Norfolk and moving the ball back.
Getting small on that. So the penalty from the spot puts the ball back to the 20.
Ball back now to the 20-yard line, brings up 2nd and goal. So chance here for the Discoverers. You got to call that a big win if you hold them to a field goal here.
Yeah, mistake on the Panthers, and Columbus really needs to capitalize on that.
McCallum back in, the ball handed off to McCallum. He weaves right up the middle. He evades about 7 defenders, makes them all miss. And gets a clean of about 5 on the play.
Yeah, great run by Lane McCallum there to get upfield and make up for some of those yards they just lost.
6-yard gain makes it 3rd and goal from the 14.
Still 3rd and long, 14 yards and goal to go. 7:03 remaining in this opening period. McCallum in motion to the right. Fieldberg with a 1-step drop, looking to the right, and overshoots his receiver. And Aaron Wilkin.
Aaron Wilkin, the intended receiver.
Comes over to number 12, Aaron Wilkin again, and unfortunately that pass was just a little bit too high, but I'm not sure that how open he really was. He had about 3 defenders around him, so good job by the Columbus Discoverer defense there. And unfortunately for Wilkin, ball was just a little bit out of reach.
Appears McCallum's going to have his first attempt at a field goal. Roughly 30 yards.
Lane McCallum.
I'd give him 31 even.
31?
I'd give him.
You're better 31. At math than me. I think you're right.
I don't know about that.
McCallum with the kick. It's high enough. Is it accurate enough? It is. 10-0 now. McCallum accounting for all of the Panthers' points early in this first period. 6:43 now remaining as Discoverers will be kicked to again.
Yeah, great job by McCallum there to get that ball up and through the uprights, and I think I don't know how to work it out. I think I'm going to give him the 31. We'll see how this comes out on the official stats, but we'll mark a 31 up for the year.
And again, we talked about it. The fact that the Panthers didn't get into the end zone for the second time is the moral victory you have to take away from that last drive if you're a Columbus Discoverers fan. Fumbling on the very first play from scrimmage for offense is not how you want to start things, and the fact that the holding penalty helped and it's only a 10-point deficit, Discoverers definitely looking to not do what they did last time.
Yeah, they
like that analysis?
Yeah, I like it a lot. They definitely need to come out here and have a steady drive and at least make some good progress down the field. If you're Coach Williams or any of the Discoverers, you're obviously wanting a touchdown here, but they need to just make a drive without any mistakes, and I think they can build off that throughout the rest of the game.
McCallum to tee it up.
So McCallum now, legs have been getting a little bit tired. He's now going to kick off from the 40.
He's getting a workout so far.
He might be superhuman.
I don't know what they're feeding the Norfolk kids up here, but.
Well, there's the kick, and that's another deep one going to the end zone, and a second touchback, and again the Discoverers will take it from the 20-yard line. Talking about this Discoverers team, a young team, the benefit obviously doesn't really help you in the early weeks of the season. Coach Williams has a big group of sophomores and juniors, and the hope is that you'll be grooming these players for next year, and they'll have that varsity experience after losing a very solid core of seniors last year. He says the strengths they do have is they're aggressive and they're physical. And that's one thing you can coach and say you got to give effort, and that's what they can do. And we'll see right here on this offensive down if they improve on last opportunity. Bobek rolling out to the right for the throw, has his receiver in the flat, and a nifty little pickup there, a gain of 6 after connecting with Grady Dugan.
Yeah, great job by Dugan there, and to make on that last point you were talking about. You never want to really, fans and players really don't want to identify themselves as in a rebuilding phase, but unfortunately when you have a really young team like this in high school, you're stuck with almost rebuilding. But I still think if this team limits their mistakes and gets aggressive, they could still have a really quality team this year.
So official gain of 9, 2nd and 1 now for Columbus, and Brobeck rolls out to the left again connects with Dugan, who has some room on the outside and gets enough for a first down.
Dugan, a really athletic player, does a really good job. He was one of those guys I was talking about in the preseason to Coach Williams. He said Dugan was going to have to be a mainstay on both the defensive side and the offensive side of the ball, with Blake Bubach leaving such a crater in both the defense and offensive production. But Brady Dugan, a really good job on these first 2 plays, and let's see if they can keep it up.
Came into this contest with 2 receptions for 36 yards, already has doubled his total. In 2 more downs, he has 4 receptions on the year, 5:42 remaining in this opening period. Sandy in motion out to the wide right side, and this time looks like Brobeck's going to keep it himself, has a lead blocker, follows it, and is going to get down close to another first down.
Really great job by the offensive line there, opening up a hole for Brobeck to go through, and getting up, and it looks like first down here. Columbus so far, no mistakes. We're only 3 plays in. They can keep this up. You can see they have moved the ball.
45-yard line.
So that was a first down, bringing up 1st and 10 ball on the 45-yard line. Twins to the left for Columbus. Brobeck takes the snap, hands the ball off. Run up the middle for a short gain on the play is Wyatt Alcott, the junior, 215 pounds.
Wyatt Alcott back up behind Wolf, or at least on the depth chart. Alcott get back too. Good to see him
on the tackle.
For the Discoverers. And he got in there and got a couple yards. Now they're sitting at about 2nd and 8.
Ball officially placed at Columbus's 48-yard line. 2nd and 7 to go. Three back, for the Discoverers. This time ball goes handoff to the right side. Room to run around the outside and then some, taken down near the 40. None other.
Caleb Esch on the run there. Great job getting outside. Ball and Roberts and finding that hole. He got inside, and that's going to be a nice first down. And Discoverers are slowly moving close to red zone territory and a potential scoring opportunity.
And with that, Columbus crosses into Norfolk territory for the first time. This has to be obviously encouraging for Columbus after that first possession of fumble right away, and now they're marching down the field, have a very good drive, fresh set of downs, and we'll see what they do here on 1st and 10. This time going to Wolf, who gets stuffed at the line of scrimmage. Excuse me, that was Alcott again.
Alcott, the ball carrier.
Wolf almost able to break free off a couple of tackles there, but eventually did get taken down there on the first side of the field. And like you said, this is got to be promising for Coach Williams. If they did score very early on last week in their game against North Platte, the true test will be to see if they can continue their drives and continue to be productive throughout the rest of the game.
3:30 remaining in this opening period. 2nd and 10. Man in motion, Dugan from right to left. Bobek drops back, has a tight end going down the seam, pressured by the Panthers on the run, hits his receiver, and a first down for Columbus at the 30-yard line. That was Trevor Saney.
Great catch by Saney there. Really athletic way to get up and stretch out and adjust to that ball in the air. Now Columbus working with a fresh set of downs again. No mistakes really by Columbus offense this second drive technically, but they are a yard away from red zone territory.
1st and 10 again, ball on the 26-yard line. 2 receivers to both sides for Columbus. Bobek drops back, goes up the seam, and had Dugan right up that right hash line.
I think that might have been the only spot that ball couldn't have been placed right next to Dugan and not be able to catch that. That was about as open as you could get, and unfortunately they weren't ever able to bring it down because that would have been 6.
He had nobody in front of him. But still 2nd and 10 to go. Columbus coming out and passing quite a bit this series, and it's been playing to their advantage. Norfolk runs that very aggressive 3-5-3 defense. They only have 3 down linemen and 5 linebackers. Now the set is very compact. Sandy goes in motion, the one lone out to the right side. Bobek rolling out to the right, drops back. There's pressure again by the Panthers. He checks down, and Alcott has a little bit of room to run and gets up for a gain of about 4.
Kind of a deceptive formation there. They get in there in that really tight formation, send one guy out wide, and so far all the times we've seen this motion, he's just kind of spread it down the field as a release valve. But they do work some receivers out into that field, and unfortunately, for Columbus, that Norfolk pressure, they did a really good job of getting in there on one of their blitzes and forcing him to dump off that ball to the running back.
Credit Brodbeck on the check down with that pressure coming in. Only a gain of 2, but it could have been of a loss for a lot more. Brings up 3rd and 8 now, 2:20 to go. Brodbeck drops back and checks down again. This time can't reel it in. Pressure immediately as Colton Wolf tried to reel it in, and that brings up 4th and 8.
Just a great job by number 33, Hayden Rucker, linebacker from Norfolk, getting in there and making contact right at the point the ball reached the running back Dugan. So great job. Can't say enough about that play. Number 33, Hayden Rucker.
So decision-making time for Coach Williams and company. Ball on the 24-yard line, and 4th and 8 upcoming. And timeout will be called by Columbus to talk things over.
Columbus in the red zone here, and like I said before, they made this drive. Even if they don't come out of this drive with a score, the fact that they made such good progress down the field, that's something they can build out throughout the rest of this game if they're able to put a halt to that Norfolk offense. Norfolk, on the other hand, very good job on offense on both their 1st and 2nd drive. They are going to try and get a stop here for Columbus and try to capitalize and get some more points, making that a 3-score lead after this next round.
Grant, Coach Williams been coaching for the Discoverers for 10 years. You've been in the huddle with him as he has led you when you played for Columbus. So I'm banking on you know how he thinks, how his mind works. What do you think he's telling the huddle right now? What do you think he's going to do on 4th and 8?
Well, if I'm Coach Williams, and from what I remember from Coach Williams, I think he's just talking to Braybeck here and seeing what he's comfortable with, and we also don't know how comfortable he is with their kicking game. That's going to come into a factor here. If they have if he's comfortable that they can get this kick here, then maybe they come out here and just try and knock one up, knock down 3 points, and make another attempt the other day. But if Braybeck's really comfortable here, we might see him line up and go for it.
Well, we'll see now as Columbus comes back out. Appears as though they're going to go for it.
And Braybeck's calling. He says, "Give it to me."
And we'll see compact trips on the left side. They're trying to draw the Panthers off for that 5-yard penalty. No can do. Ball dropping back. Braybeck throws to the out. He's got Sandy for the first down. Great execution. Sandy on that out route, and there's a fresh set of downs. Big play by the Discoverers.
Great job by Williams. Great play call. Great job by Sandy and Dugan and the rest of the Columbus offense there to pull that off. Got a fresh set of downs, and a scoring drive stays alive. We need to get you out there and get the ball. I know you're fiending to get out there and get some routes.
Definitely playing football that is inspiring right now for you, I'm sure, as a Columbus graduate. 1st and 10 upcoming now. Ball on the 13, and Braybeck is going to keep it himself, going up the middle, and nifty move. Touchdown, Columbus.
I don't see any laundry on the field, and we said that before this drive. This team doesn't make mistakes. They got the ability to get this ball from one side to the other, and great drive all together. Great calls by Coach Williams, and they got that one in the end zone. Norfolk needs to come out aggressive here and respond with another touchdown into a field goal of their own to get that momentum back, which they very much have the ability to do.
Braybeck from 13 yards out, goes right up the middle at the heart of that very aggressive Panthers defense. Made some men miss as the extra point is up and good.
Trevon Ainsworth with a field goal there. Mark him up for a point.
So just like that, it's a 3-point ball game again. 1:49 to go in this opening period.
Look for Norfolk to come out here, be very aggressive. Wade McCallan's going to probably see the ball. My guess would be most of this drive here, but Norfolk look for them to be pretty balanced with both the run and the pass, but look for Wade McCallan to be on the receiving end of most of the balls this drive.
Norfolk, we talked about it a little bit in pregame, a team that returns 13 starters from 2014, a team that went 7-3. 2 of those losses coming to Kearney, one of which in the first round of the playoffs. So both these teams actually made the postseason last year before their first round exit, but the only difference is Norfolk brings a lot back, and they have the talent to get back there again, no question. Not saying Columbus doesn't, but they are the more experienced side.
We'll see how the rest of this game pans out here. Columbus, obviously the young team. You expect Norfolk definitely has the upper hand in this game, but it's a rivalry game. You don't know which team's going to show up. Sometimes the team finds that energy to be better than you can expect.
Speaking of that rivalry, many alumni from Norfolk and Columbus High are aware of the Maroon Cup, a competition that goes across athletics all throughout the season and the school year. And when teams play each other for Norfolk and Columbus, you get a point or a certain amount of points for winning a contest as the kick is brought back to about the 31-yard line. So this is a chance for either the Panthers or the Discoverers to give their school that boost by getting those points for winning this game, which goes to a yearly end total. Did I describe that well enough for you, or for the people at home, you think?
I think you did just fine. For not being an alumni, I couldn't have done
Do my homework.
Loeb was there, by the way, on that kick return. Second one, I believe Loeb had the first one as well. Mark him up. He's probably got about 30 yards at this point.
And speaking of 30, the ball's placed at the 31 where Norfolk will start from. Columbus at times runs that 3-4 defense. You got to watch the 2 outside backers. Sometimes they'll get down on 3-point stance, and sometimes they'll stand up. As rolling out to the left side is Fieldworth throwing up the seam. Good coverage by the Discoverers, and even a better catch by the Panthers and Wilkin.
Yeah, good route there by Aaron Wilkin, but even better coverage by Caleb Esch, who was able to get in there and break up that pass and stick Columbus. And it looks like he did catch that pass. Never mind.
First and 10, Norfolk, 42.
Fresh set of downs for the Panthers, 1:34 to go.
Great job by Wilkin there getting the ball in. I thought that play was down, but good job.
Trips out to the right for the Panthers, one to the left side, and that's where they throw it on that quick run, and going down near the 40-yard line, almost breaking that one entirely free is Travis Larson.
Yeah, great job by Gunnar Philbert to step back. That's one of those quick plays and really just get that ball out before Columbus even had time to react.
And speaking about having time to react, another quick snap about to take place by the Panthers, the exact same play, and a gain of about 7.
I'm sure Williams isn't too excited over there that they've run that play twice and moved the ball essentially about 30, 40 yards downfield.
You have that all attention to the right side where you have the 3 receivers, including the 6'8 Strom, and you just have that one receiver on the far side. You sometimes as a defense might want to not necessarily pay so much attention to that, and then they hit you right on the quick stream up the middle. And then there's a run up the middle for a short gain on the play, carried there by
Travis Larson. To his credit, from Norfolk, number 84, is a very, very quick and fast receiver and able to get off that line and make a big play.
We now are under the minute mark. 34 seconds and counting. Same formation for the Panthers that they've had this entire set. This time, Philbert looking to the right side and finding his receiver, and that's going to be another first down after the pass and catch to Wilkin again.
Norfolk doing exactly what they need to do this drive. They're making a drive downfield, and at this point, it looks like they are setting themselves up for a couple points, at least, if not 6.
Now 20 seconds and counting. See if the Panthers decide to snap it one more time before we go to the second quarter. Looks like they will. Godfrey in motion to the left. Philbert with that quick pass. This time it was a flipped play, and unable to haul that one in is the Panthers receiver in Bernking.
That ball just appeared to be a little bit too low there. But he didn't have much room else to throw it. The Columbus DBs, number 5. Keaton Talton, back there. As well as Bryce Sovereign.
Clock stops with the incompletion, so 8 seconds, 2nd and 10 from the 20. There's the pitch to Godfrey. He's trying to get to the outside, cuts it up the middle, and tackled after a gain of 6.
Godfrey small, very quick, able to find those holes, even if there's not a very big hole, but as long as some of the offensive line gives him a little bit of room to run, he's able to get in there and get some yards.
And with that run concludes the opening period of play. We'll be back with second quarter action. Panthers lead Columbus 10-7 after 1 on News Channel Nebraska.
A&J Guns is truly your tactical connection. From accessories like Magpul, Aimpoint, and Vortex to firearms, ammo, and suppressors, we can set you up with what you need. If we don't have it, we can get it. A&J Guns in downtown Columbus.
Hi, I'm Joe Steffi.
And I'm Michelle Steffi.
And we would like to invite you to our new dealership now located on East Highway 30 in Columbus.
We are ready to meet all of your automotive needs.
So come and see what makes us different. Gene Steffi Ford now on East Highway 30 in Columbus.
Central Community College, investing in you. Academic transfer, business, health, and technical courses all available at a fraction of the cost of a university. Small class sizes for an enhanced educational experience. Get started on improving your future. Contact Central Community College Columbus campus.
Our economic future depends on tomorrow's skilled workforce. Dream it, do it, and Central Community College Columbus is here to help young adults find careers in advanced manufacturing and related businesses. Visit dreamit.doit.com for more information or tour the Central Community College Columbus campus.
Hi, I'm Dee Hansen. I'm the Marketing Director, and we would like to introduce you to Bank of the Valley.
Community-minded, family-centered, measurable relationships. When it comes to your business, agriculture, and personal banking needs, trust Bank of the Valley.
We really focus on the people that we serve. Relationships are the most important thing to us, and because we're smaller, we're flexible enough and we can make those quick decisions to meet your needs.
Bank of the Valley in Bellwood, David City, Platte Center, and their brand new location in Columbus.
And welcome back to second quarter action. A big defensive play by the Discoverers, and a loss of about 8 brings up 4th and 12 now after Lane McCallum tried to get to the outside, and another opportunity for McCallum to kick a field goal, this one for nearly 40, Grant, if my math serves me correct.
Yeah, and I make a correction right before half. I said the wrong name. It was Mark Castillo, who was also on that play with the tackle, was on for the last one as well.
McCallum's going to give it a shot here, gets the kick up again, looks like it's long enough, and it is accurate enough. 3 more points for the Panthers lead, back up to 6, 13-7 Norfolk.
Norfolk did a great job answering that long Columbus drive. That first quarter went extremely quick, but Norfolk being able to come and drive down. Columbus coming with some fire out of that quarter break and able to stop Norfolk and hold them to 3 points. But Columbus is going to need to capitalize on this next turn and get down, score 7, and take the lead if they want to make a big dent in this Norfolk ego, I think is the best way to put it. They're a very good team.
Definitely switched things up from their opening scoring drive where they primarily gave the ball to McCallum. We saw on that last take by the Panthers. They ran that play where they were streaking receivers down the sidelines and a couple of quick drop back counts, and that really was what propelled their drive that last time round.
Yeah, some nice play calling by the Panthers there on that last drive, and I think morale is a better word than ego to use for that last reference, but look for a touchback here as we get into Columbus's first drive here of the second quarter.
Just 54 seconds off the clock in this second quarter as the Panthers put up 3 points, giving them the 6-point lead. McCallum again to do the kickoff duties. Back is Esch and Sani.
McCallum, you think he's going to be tired by this point, or he must be in great shape because this kid is running all over the field.
And another deep kick makes for another touchback, 3 for 3 for McCallum, kicking it into the back of the end zone.
You know, I think he probably just doesn't want to run downfield any farther than he has to, so he says, hey, let me boot this out the back of the end zone. Maybe I can get a drink before this next 30 minutes of play.
Well, can you blame the man? If I had the capabilities, I think I'd be trying to do the same thing, and that is the big thing, if I definitely didn't do that.
Hey, I tell you what, if I was Lane, or any one of these very talented players that are playing both ways, I might look into get one of those. I know they make them for beer, but you can put water in them and those cat hats and just get that water flowing right into your system the whole game.
May have to talk to him about that after the game. Yeah. That's a good idea. Columbus High now trying to get back on the scoreboard. A short gain there by Colton Wolf.
Swarm of Norfolk defenders getting the stop there. Wolf able to power through for about 3 to 4 yards.
Well, Wolf still waiting to have that breakout run this season. Talked about it in the preseason, a player that's expected to anchor this offense. Had 39 yards coming into this contest and still has some short gains, but not a whole bunch up to this point. 3 wide to the right, and a reverse play by Columbus. Esch has him trying to get around the corner, and he's in some trouble, but makes the best out of a bad situation, maybe getting back to the line of scrimmage.
Good job by Bryce Sovereign, number 4 out there on the corner, able to keep Esch from going for first down, if not longer, if he would have got around that edge. But good job by number 4 Bryce Sovereign to get out there and make some contact. We do have a player injured down on the field, number 51, Cyrus Marshall. That's his dad, Rob Marshall, out there taking a look at him. Kind of hard to tell right now, but it looks like it's got to be that right leg, the way he's holding that up there.
Never like to see injuries, obviously hoping just a cramp. Cyrus Marshall, a cornerstone on both the offensive and defensive lines for Columbus, would be a huge loss for the Discoverers if he's unable to go the rest of the way. We'll see what happens, but appears, again, from up in the press box, they're just stretching out that right leg, massaging the calf a little bit, and seeing how he fares.
Yeah, Cyrus Marshall, a very big kid. He's a good wrestler as well. He, like you said, he's a cornerstone to this defense and this offense, and he's getting back up. I think you're right. It looks like it probably was a cramp. Hard to say at this time. Hopefully, for his sake, you don't want to see any injuries. So hopefully, nothing worse than a cramp.
And Marshall getting the applause from the crowd, both Norfolk and Columbus fans alike. Happy to see that he's able to walk off under his own power. And upcoming is a 3rd and 7 now.
Kind of see him using that heel-to-toe, that really focusing heel-to-toe technique, so that makes you kind of think it is a cramp. He's not extending that foot at all, allowing that calf to kind of not back up.
Have to see here if the Panthers maybe try to exploit that and send a couple extra men on this 3rd and 7 situation. Brabeck dropping back. There is the blitz up the middle. Brabeck flush to the outside, and he has nothing doing, and sacked by the Panthers. And that's going to bring up 4th and 7 to go.
Yeah, great job by number 30, Joshua Taylor, able to get in the backfield and chase that one down, because Brabeck, very fast quarterback, like we said last game, 94 yards rushing, so he is a threat out there on the perimeter on his feet. Good job by Norfolk stopping this drive, and they're going to be looking to score here and increase this to a 3-touchdown, 3-score lead.
9:50 and counting remaining in this opening half. Backup quarterback Nathan Slurzarsky to do the punting duties. Lone back for the Panthers, and Colin Schwartz. Nearly blocked, but Slurzarsky gets it off. A high spiraling punt fielded at the 35, and trying to get around the coverage, and there's some room to run for the Panthers. Getting to the outside, another block. That one's going to be coming back, though. Laundry on the field. Not to take away from the effort, though, by Colin Schwartz.
We are going to get a block in the back, I believe, over here, and I think that will be called. I don't know if you said that, but on 30, Joshua Taylor, I think, was the one. He might have got caught on there. We'll have to take a look at that again, but I believe they are going to be calling a block in the back. And a great run by Colin Schwartz there, but unfortunately for the Panthers, and that is what we are getting, a block in the back. They are going to be sitting almost farther back than where they caught the ball.
Legal block in the back is a signal.
Always hard, when you're on a punt coverage team. You see your player running, you want to help him out so bad. I've been a victim a couple times playing high school football where, if you hit him at all in the back, it's always going to be called back, and that was just the case there.
Start licking the lips.
No.
You see the hit is there, and you're like,
you want to square them up?
You see the guys in the NFL doing it, you're like, I have the chance to knock somebody down and get on the highlight reel, and unfortunately, you can't do that when it's in a bad position for the other player.
Live and learn, 1st and 10, and there's a pass to the one who just returned it, and he's trying to get some of his yards back on the receiving end. There's 15 more after the pass and catch.
Evaded the shoestring tackle there by Mark Castillo, and number 80, Cameron Minke, able eventually to get there on the block and finally put that final effort in there to get him down on the ground, but great job by Schwartz to get a first down.
Another quick snap by the Panthers. Ball from the 45. There's that pass right up the seam again, and another pass to Schwartz. Gain of about 6, and this puts the Discover DBs in a tough situation as a quarterback. You want to have to play press coverage to take that away, but then when you do that, you have young cornerbacks. You have the obvious threat of getting burned deep on the pump fake.
Yeah, Schwartz and all these Norfolk receivers, very quick, very fast guys. We see another screen press coming here to the outside, and a great job by Minke to get in there and hold him down and prevent him from having a big run. Great job by Minke there.
Travis Larson with the catch, and never an easy tackle when you're out in the open field to square somebody up and keep them from falling forward. Big play there, like you said, brings up 3rd and 4.
And that wasn't a hard hit or anything, but he grabbed on and he was not letting go.
That's all you can ask for as a coach. 8:09 remaining. 3 wide to the left again, 1 wide to the right. And the handoff goes to McCallum, trying to find room on the outside. Now cuts back into the middle, falling forward, and a great, I would say, patience by McCallum. He gets the first down, but it wasn't there, and then finally went forward and got the 4-yard gain.
Yeah, really good job by McCallum to cut back there and play his blocker because Minke was not giving up the outside, so credit to him for holding the outside position, but McCallum very athletic and able to weave through a couple of those defenders and move the sticks.
Officials take a timeout. The ball currently at the 34-yard line, 1st and 10, 7:53 remaining. And now plays back waved underway. Callum in motion to the right. Fieldworth dropping back, rolling to the right, looking back up the seam. Nobody covering him in the highlight reel catch and touchdown, Travis Larson.
Really athletic play by Larson there to hold on to that ball, get up, catch that, stay on his feet, and get in there for 6 points and play McCallum to come here and try and make that 7.
Grant, I'll be honest, I saw Larson and he was open, but after the throw happened, I didn't think he was going to get up and get it, especially how he had to even turn his body and come down with that one.
I as well thought that ball was just a little bit too high, but great job to get that ball down there and increase this lead to 3 scores.
So now McCallum up for the extra point, a low one, but still good all the same. He's perfect for extra points, bringing it 20-7 the score with 7:38 to go in the opening half.
And up by 2 scores, but 20-7 right now, like you said. And Columbus going to need to get a return here, and Most likely we're going to see a touchback. I would assume they will keep doing what they've been doing. McAllen just putting it in the back of the end zone, but Columbus needed to put together another solid drive. Hopefully they don't get plagued with the same issue they had against North Platte, where they scored right off the bat and then just weren't able to put it back together. But so far, not as many. It doesn't appear they're going to be making as many mistakes as they did the last game. It appears like they're tightening things up a little bit on the offensive end. So we'll get them out there and see how they do.
Discovers now. Looking to answer. We'd also like to answer that the sponsors that we have here help obviously make this broadcast possible. We're happy to bring it to you. And our first quarter sponsor, of course, Grant, Bo's West. Stop by Bo's West in Columbus after the game for the best burgers in Columbus.
And we can vouch, very, very tasty burgers. If you hadn't had a chance to be out there, they got a really great outdoor patio type area where it's an outdoor bar and just a really cool scene. And they got the food truck right out of the back wall and really good service, and it's just a great place to go eat. So go check out Bo's West.
And with that, here comes the kickoff. 7:38 to go in this second quarter. And the first that doesn't go to the end zone, a squib kick, fielded though at the 10-yard line and being brought up by Esch. Esch is met at the 27 and taken down by a slew of Panthers.
Yeah, like I said, Esch fumbling the ball around a little bit there at the beginning, but so far Esch having a pretty solid game as far as getting out into the open and making some run room and getting some extra yards. Surprised they didn't kick that one back into the end zone, but they capitalized.
Ball officially at the 30-yard line where Columbus will start things. 7:30 to go, and looking at center, number 51, Cyrus Marshall, is back in. So that's good news for Columbus fans and everybody. That appears it was just a minor cramp, if nothing else. As Marshall snaps the ball to Brabeck, who follows him up the middle, going to get a short gain.
It's unable to get there for extra yards, but a great job by the Norfolk defense, number 49. Dominic Carr, excuse me. I couldn't have butchered that name any more than I did. Dominic, I apologize. Carr getting in there. He was off the bottom of the pile, but the big nose guard getting in there and stopping that play.
Official gain of 2 on the play brings up 2nd and 8 from the 32. 6:55 to go. Dugan in motion from right to left. Brabeck takes the snap, pitches it to Colton Wolf, who has some room on the outside, cuts it up the middle for another short gain. Going to bring up about 3 and 5.
Yeah, Wolf get out in the open, but that once again, that Norfolk defense coming through and getting the stop. Bryce Sovereign, one of those players in there on the play, as well as number 7, Hunter Blitch.
See just how fast and athletic this Panthers defense is, because Wolf had some open room, and then all of a sudden just 3 Panthers were all around him and then gobbled up his space very quickly.
And athletically, Wolf, a very, very talented player. He's got all the tools to get out there and make a play like that, but like you said, that just attributes more to that Norfolk defense.
So 3rd and 5 now, 6:02 to go. Man in motion from left to right in Sovereign. Brabeck keeps it himself, cuts up the middle. He's going to get a first down, met right at the 40-yard line. Looks like it'll be officially marked at the 41, which is enough for a fresh set of downs.
And Josh Cole getting in there and making the stop there and keeping Brabeck from getting any more, but great job of him to weave in and out there and pick up those extra yards. So far, I think Brabeck at least would be up there for one of the lead rushers this game, if not Esch being one of those guys too.
1st and 10 from the 41. And goes right up the middle to Wolf on the handoff again, powering forward for some yards. A gain of 6. Again, Wolf, a very good wrestler in his own right. You see, he just not entirely flashy, but he has that power. He just kind of gets those tough, hard-earned yards.
Yeah, when you look at him, he's not a real extremely beefy dude, but has that ability to get up there and punch it through.
And Columbus trying to go with a quick count. Fortunately, flags on the play, so it kind of had the opposite effect of what you would hope, and they lose that 5-yard gain that Wolf just got.
And that's one of those mistakes we had talked about, and Williams was talking about before the game when he was talking to our sideline reporter, Kate Bowling. They got to stop those, because if they continue to do that, you can't beat a team like Norfolk if you're making these mistakes and shooting yourself in the foot.
5:05 remaining in this opening half. 2nd and 10 now. There's Wolf again. This time nothing doing. Right back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
Hard to see specifically which Norfolk player. We see him getting off the pile a little bit, all of them in there. See 45, Dominic Carr, as well as Alex Thompson getting in there and getting the tackle. Number 33 as well. Hayden Rucker getting in there and making some noise too. Rucker making some ruckus up the middle, if I might say.
That's why we pay you the big bucks.
Well, I don't know about the big bucks, but you guys, they pay me something.
Well, with that, again, a timeout taken by Coach Williams, the second of the evening, as they decide what they want to do here on this 3rd and 10. What do you think, Grant?
I mean, they've been running. See if they come out in that tight formation. I mean, they kind of ran a little deception there. They ran 2 passes off that tight formation, which they both times ended. That's what they did on that last 4th down effort on that touchdown drive. So maybe look to see them come out in that. Otherwise, they might just go straight up. Let's put these guys out on the edge and see what our athletes can do.
So 4:51 remaining in the half, 20-7. Had a good half of football so far. And it's not over yet. A big down right here for Columbus as they look to extend this drive and try to get some more points on the board before the halftime break. Wolf the lone back for the Discoverers. Barabeck dropping back, flushed out to the right. A lot of pressure, and he's going to be reeled down after a 6-yard loss of the penetration and sack, credited to the Panthers and Tanner Loberg.
Loberg's having a nice game so far. Way to get a really good job getting in there and making the tackle, and not allowing Landon Brabeck to really make any decisions offensively. So we'll look for a punt here, and Norfolk, I'm sure, will try to capitalize here before the end of the half. So
Brabeck now back to do the punting duties. Important here to get a big punt. Obviously, special teams is an important facet of the game, but you want to put the Panthers as far away from your end zone as possible, obviously playing that field position game, but timeouts taken by the Panthers prior.
Yeah, and for those of you not at the game, or for those of you who are Wildcat fans, the Wayne State Band is here to play alongside the Norfolk High School Band, so a treat for those of the Norfolk Panther and Columbus High fans who are attending today's event. There are quite a few band members out there, so could be a fun halftime to watch.
And again, we are the ColumbusNewsTeam.com, broadcasting this on News Channel Nebraska. We have a website. It has news, it has sports, it has features. It has all sorts of cool things that you can check out in the Platte Valley. Myself, Grant, contributors to that, along with a lot of other reporters and producers. And basically, if you didn't know of us, check us out. We like to and are happy to provide local content for Northeast Nebraska and the Platte Valley.
Well, covering both these teams on News Channel Nebraska. You might be watching us on Channel 35 right now. Soon we will be coming to the Columbus area, and a little more information on that later as things develop. But stay tuned for that, and some exciting developments here with News Channel Nebraska and Flood Communications.
4th and 16 now. The punt. Lane McCallum gets a piece of it, though, and down at the 45-yard line. What doesn't this kid do?
Lane McCallum along the block there. Great job. Grant Meyer able to pick up that ball, and he was on his knees. Looked like he was going to try and gain a couple extra yards there, but they did call that ball down. Norfolk, like we said, going to want to capitalize here before halftime. Well, they're sitting on the 44-yard line with only 4 minutes left. Plenty of time for them to get in the end zone and get some points here before half.
And not quite the field possession game you want to play if you're Columbus. The silver lining is the ball didn't go backwards when McCallum blocked it. It still went ahead for about a net punt of 15 yards, so that's the positive for Columbus, as now Fieldworth rolls out to the right side, getting close to that far sideline, and hits Strom, who keeps his feet in, and again, nice patience and just poise shown by the quarterback and the receiver.
Yeah, Strom, nice job knowing where he was at on the field. You're running those routes. You know, some people can lose their awareness and kind of lose perspective on where they at, but Strom, great job to keep his feet in bounds and move that ball forward.
First and 10 upcoming again for the Panthers, 3:56 remaining. And Fieldworth with the quick pitch to McCallum, who goes around the left side, brought down from behind by a lineman for the Discoverers and Sam Akers.
Yeah, Sam Akers coming there, chase McCallum from behind. McCallum, I will say, is probably a little bit faster than Akers, but Akers committed to the play, and as soon as McCallum had to cut back, Akers got in there and made the tackle.
Here's the big boy, 205 pounds, showing he's trying to play with the best of them. There's the quick pass again to the right side, and picked off by Columbus. There is a big momentum boost potentially for the Discoverers as the pass was bobbled, and the defender in the right place at the right time, Mr. Otten.
Chase Hammonds with the interception there, and you know the big boys love when they get a chance to mark up an interception up on that on that stat sheet. So nice job by Chase Hammonds to stay focused and grab that ball right out of the air.
Hammonds, an offensive lineman, and then linebacker. Usually you see offensive and defensive lineman if you play both sides of the ball, but showing his versatility and showing he has a pair of mitts as well.
Yeah, great job by Hammonds to get in there. And you know, you see those big boys get in there, and he's a linebacker, so he's not quite a full, well, I don't know, quote-unquote big boy, but he is an offensive line, so, you know, he probably was hoping to get a couple extra yards on that.
So new life for Columbus, 3:25 to go as they attempt to cut into this 13-point lead. Brabeck with the quick pitch to Wolf on the outside. Not a lot of room, but he powers forward and gets close to a first down.
And I think they, depending on where this far side, and it looks like he's going to be about a yard short, but great job by Wolf to get out there, and it looked like it was going to be kind of a zero gain play, but he was able to add on about 7 extra yards.
9-yard gain, second one for Columbus.
Officially 9-yard gain on the play, bringing up 2nd and 1 with 3:19 to go. Clock stops since he went out of bounds. Dugan goes in motion from right to left. Brabeck takes it himself, going up the middle, breaks through the line, and gets a first down.
Brabeck's able to get that first down, get those extra couple yards they needed. Credit the Columbus offensive line there, all of them, for opening up a hole just big enough for them to move the sticks.
So 3:08 and running. Fresh set of downs for Columbus. Again, Dugan goes in motion from right to left. Quarterback comes up on the close side. Brabeck going to the left, takes it up the middle, and is stuffed. After a gain of about 1, he looked like he was going to have that little lean forward momentum, but whoever hit him said, "You're going to be going backwards."
And I believe that was 66, Richard Dover, coming through with the big smack. And yeah, like you said, it looked like he was at least a couple yards downfield when he just got knocked backwards by what appeared to be a freight train, but turned out to be Richard Dover.
Second 9 for Columbus.
He must have ate his Wheaties this morning. 2nd and 9.
Soon to be on the box, I think.
2:20 officially remaining as Brabeck rolls out to the right side, hits Dugan open in the flat for his 3rd catch of the evening. Another out, close to a first down, depending on where the officials mark it.
And they're going to keep that clock running, I believe. He did stay in bounds, or didn't quite get out of bounds. About, it looks like a yard to go.
1 from the 47.
It is 3rd down with 1:54 and counting.
.144, 3rd and 1 for Columbus. Give it to the big boy Wolf, who goes up the middle, breaks through, and gets a nice gain and a fresh set of downs for his team as he'll be down at the 40.
You know, and Norfolk kind of lucky there. If he would have broke one more of those tackles, fortunately for Norfolk, the defender was able to hold on to Wolf's feet, but he was moving, and it didn't look like he was about to stop. But they do have the first down. Clock still ticking, almost about minute 30, and Columbus needs to make a move here to the end zone quick.
1:26 and counting. 1st and 10 from the 40. Methodical drive here by Columbus. Can it continue? Dropped back to pass. He has receivers crossing. Brabeck's going to keep it himself. Runs up the middle, gets close to, and I believe does get another first down.
And I'm not sure if it's because they're running a little bit more of a 2-minute style offense here and moving the ball and getting faster and faster and moving and snapping the ball faster, but Columbus doing a great job of moving this ball downfield.
Discoverers still do have one timeout, 1:10 to go. Brabeck takes the quick snap, dropping back, looking for his receiver up the sideline again, keeps it himself. He's going to run. Big block by Dugan, and Brabeck gets to the outside, and the Panthers player does get up. A little shaken up on the play, actually, not quite yet, and that is what you want to see, Grant, if you're a receivers coach.
Dugan with the big hit, and you don't like to see a player getting up. That's number 31, Colin McGill, kind of getting up a little slow there, and you don't like to see that, even whatever side of the ball you're on. But if you're the receivers coach, like you said, you like seeing Dugan coming in there and getting the major block. I don't think they do this anymore. Back when I was at Columbus, they had the Hammer Award for the biggest hit of the game, and I tell you what, if they still do have that, Dugan's making himself a nice case.
And again, a perfectly legal hit, all within the rules of the game. 59 seconds remaining. See if that maybe sparks Columbus here with 2nd and 1 now. Brabeck drops back, looking for Sandy on the corner route. He has him, and Sandy unable to get there. Brabeck, hands on knees, knows he missed an opportunity.
Great route by Trevor Sandy there on the outside. Unfortunately, like you said, that ball was just a little bit too high, and that could have been 6, but for their own sake, that might have been a blessing in disguise if they're able to get this clock down a little more and still score some points.
So 54 seconds remaining. Again, 3rd and 1 from the 20. Brabeck's going to keep it himself and spins away from defenders. He's now to the outside in the open field and down within the 10-yard line. Brabeck, credit him there for keeping those legs churning.
I mean, we were talking about Wolf being a really strong runner, where Brabeck is, I guess, trying to say, hey guys, talk about me too. I got the strength in the legs. I back squatted. I can run. He's showing it here. A great run by Brabeck to get those extra yards. A first down, and 46 seconds left here, 46.5 to be exact.
Official's timeout is Bryce Sovereign for Norfolk. Gets looked at by training crews again. Leg being stretched out. What would appear to be a cramp with 46.5 seconds remaining.
And hopefully that's all it is. You really, like we said before, you don't like to see these kids go down, especially at the high school level or any level. Hopefully just a cramp and get a little bit of water back in him. And he is getting up right now, so it appears to be a cramp. A little limping action going on for Bryce Sovereign, but maybe get him some water and get him back in the game for the Norfolk Panthers.
Pickle juice, mustard packets.
Pickle juice, but just all of it. I think at one time. I think he just scored it all. And
like a cocktail, if you will.
Maybe some raw eggs too.
45 seconds remaining now. Columbus trying to get into the end zone. Brabeck drops back under a lot of pressure. Lane McCallum, the one initially there, and discovers down at the 20-yard line. And another timeout taken by Coach Williams.
And those are one of those mistakes, they just can't make. That offensive line needs to be able to. I'm not sure what kind of play they were trying to run there. If they were trying to run a screen-type play, but whatever happened there, a breakdown at some point did occur, and if you're Columbus, you need to kind of re-energize and come out here with 36 seconds left in the half and try and get some points on the board.
Brings up 2nd and 20. Now no timeouts remaining for Columbus. This brings up sort of a tough situation. Do you go for it all here? You have 20 yards to go to get to the goal, and you play that risk. If you go for the long ball, then you have a 3rd and 20 should you not convert.
I'm not sure I'm not sure what Williams is going to pull out of the playbook here. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to run another corner-type route, because it is a very difficult route to cover. It's not that it's just a great play in general, but it is a hard route to cover for those cornerbacks. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see one of that. I wouldn't be surprised if we see another one of those tight formations where they send either Dugan or Esch in motion and try to loosen up some of those other receivers. It looks like they are coming out in the spread here.
So 2nd and goal from the 20, 36 seconds remaining. Brabeck looking to the left, being flushed out. And he throws on the run, and good tip defense by the Panthers, forcing a 3rd now and 20.
Yeah, it looks like we might have a player down there on the sidelines. Once again, I'm not sure if this is another situation of a cramp or not, but hopefully that's all it is.
Again, something you see a lot of, especially in the first couple of weeks of football, as players still working on their conditioning and getting into full game fitness. We saw some last week in our broadcast with SCOTUS and Boone Central Newman Grove, and again, that's the case here.
Yeah, great job by Norfolk defender there to break up that pass, because if that's a completion, we're looking at a very different story on this 3rd and 20 yards.
And Grant, you are a social media guy. You got a Twitter.
I have a Twitter.
We also have a Twitter.
We do.
Columbus NE News. We tweet out stories. We tweet out links to live broadcasts, perhaps like the one you're watching now, and all sorts of things in the Twitter sphere. I believe we're close to 450 followers. We're hoping to get that up a little bit more. Why not?
Twitter. Our Twitter is a great resource. We put everything on there. We constantly have news updates. So if you're a Twitter person, or if you casually use Twitter, go ahead and check us out on Columbus NE News. If you're looking for more specifically sports and you want some links to like the coaches show, which will hopefully be starting up this next week, and the Geo show, you can follow me at C&T Gray Naughton, but also follow Columbus NE News as well. I have updates on there as well.
And after the timeout, brings up 3rd and 20. Columbus with it. 30 seconds to go. Broadbeck drops back. Wolf is open in the left flat. Broadbeck again flushed out. Has a person open in the end zone. He cannot reel it in. Columbus. Believe that was Cameron Mankey. And what can you say after a missed opportunity like that, Grant?
Man, that is just one of those cases where you are just too wide open. Receiver's eyes get a little too big, and he may have just lost concentration for a second, or, too much time to think about the ball. And Columbus now faced with a 4th and 20 and a chance at only 3 points minus that, instead of that 6 or 7 they could have had.
Ainsworth now. Tough snap and blocked by McCallum. Norfolk with a chance to run with it now. Scooped up. And Columbus needing to get back here. Panthers have a chance. They're going to take it all the way to the house. And a change of events as the Panthers get a touchdown. And there's laundry on the field. Hold everything.
We do have a flag on the play. That was an unreal play, by the way. I think we might be seeing a little block in the back. It was hard to tell. We'll see what the official comes out here and calls.
Number 21 was the one who returned it. I want to give him credit, but the roster we have does not have him labeled, but it is coming back, and oh my goodness, talk about momentum shifts and the impact that would have had on the game should the Panthers have scored there.
And if you're the holder in that situation, they come out the field, you almost have to tell them, if you're Williams, hey, you just got to tuck that ball when you see a breakdown that big. Something happened up front, and that whole swarm of Norfolk defenders was back there. But Norfolk still with 7 seconds and the potential to score here before the half.
7.1 to go. Does Coach Tom Olson have a go at this, or do you just kneel it? Looks like they're going to have a go. Fieldworth dropping back, throws it with everything he's got. Going to be picked by the Discoverers. 1 second to go, and Caleb Esch with the interception there, and that's how we will end things. 20-7, and an action-packed first half between the Discoverers and the Panthers. What you'd expect between two rivals.
Yeah, Esch angry there. He wasn't able to get a hold of that football and take it. He got a hold of the football, but unable to take it back for, I'm sure he had his eyes on the prize, and that was 6 points. But Columbus going to have to go into this half, and it could have been worse, as we see that block kick almost turned into 27 points instead of what we have right now, 22-7. Columbus going to head over, needs to regroup. Norfolk, I think if you're Norfolk, just needs to stay focused and do what they're doing so far this game.
Tom Olson gathers his Panthers at the 50-yard line, a little pre-halftime speech, if you will. And now the Panthers head off to the locker room, getting applause from the home fans. As we also would like to hear from Coach Olson, sideline reporter Kate Bowling wrangling him up.
The cheerleaders will be performing their spring routine for the UCA camp this summer, choreographed in part by senior Corinthia Cordova.
He's a busy man. He is down there. He will be talking with Kate Bowling here in a second, and we'll get a little word on what he thinks of this first half. So excited to hear what he has to say.
And again, Grant, talking about just the potential momentum shifts in Columbus, what you'd expect from a young team, but they're down 13. They had 2 opportunities on that last drive where they had that corner route to, I believe it was Sandy, just a little bit overthrown where he was open for a touchdown. And again, don't want to harp on you, Cameron Menke. I probably would have dropped it too, but again, just, Coach Williams, that's what he's going to use as a positive in the locker room. You got to think, hey guys, we're down 13, but if you think about it, we could be right in it with them.
Yeah, and that relates all back to the same thing we've been talking about. That's mistakes. And Mickey, your coach is going to be he's not going to yell at him, but you do got to kind of take him out, like, hey man, you're right, you can catch that ball. I'm sure he's done it a million times in practice, and for some reason this time it didn't happen.
And again, if you're a good coach like Coach Williams is, you just use that as the motivator. Say, you missed it this time, you're going to get it next time. And with that now, Kate Bowling is on the sidelines with Norfolk head coach Tom Olson. We're going to hear from them and his thoughts on the game as the Panthers up by 13 points. Interesting to see his take on the first half, and we'll now check in with them now and hear from him.
All right, Coach, started off strong right out of the gate there, managed to stay on top. How are we going to follow through this till the end there with a win?
We got a lot of work to do. That second quarter was not very fun. We had a couple turnovers, and I think we made some big mistakes. We had a holding that was big. We had a couple mix-ups on blocking, and that cost us some plays. We really feel like we could have had maybe 2 or 3 more touchdowns, and so that was frustrating. We feel like we've been outplayed in the first half, even though the score says 20-7. So we've got some adjustments to do in there. Mainly, we've got to stop making mental mistakes.
What's the halftime talk going to sound like, Coach?
About like that. It's we've got to come out the second half and play like we did that first quarter. Come out and play smart. I think whenever you get ahead on a team, sometimes you get kind of a little bit lax, and you kind of expect things to happen for you. And then when you get down like they are, they put a little extra energy into it. And that second quarter, I thought they were the better team.
Great, Coach. Thanks, and good luck. Thank you.